Cosmonauts, welcome to today's video. Hope you all are doing great because today we have some exciting news to get into. Cosmonauts, in this new episode, some of the major news covered are the Interchain Foundation announcement of grants and delegations, the upcoming V9 Lambda upgrade of the Cosmos Hub, the start of the Game of NFTs, and the Lava Network testnet launch. There are many other exciting news, and remember that there are focused sections about Osmosis, Juno, Evmos, and Persistence. Currently, there is a lot going on within the Cosmos ecosystem, so make sure you stay well informed and up to date by watching our videos. Enjoy! Tech. The ICF followed the recommendations from the Technical Advisory Board, or TAB for short, to decide the funding for 2023. Estimated at around $40 million, the list shown here will be updated since ICF is still negotiating scope of work with several additional entities. Informal Systems and Strangelove Ventures, according to the list here, are contributing to the highest amount of different areas, and hence are likely receiving the largest amount of funding. The ICF also mentioned that until they reopen the small grants program, the delegation program is aimed to reward contributions. Regarding the delegations program, the ICF mentioned there was a delay because of the evaluation of engineering contributions, but that a team of engineers was onboarded in January earlier of this year to solve this issue. The ICF confirmed on the 13th of February that only 10% was remaining to be assessed. Then on the 23rd of February, the validator selected and the amount of delegations was announced. And it was meant the delegations will be deployed by the 6th of April of 2023. The V9 Lambda upgrade with replicate security is finally on chain for voting, and the 7th of March, the voting period will end. In the previous V8 Row upgrade, an important percentage of validators in the Cosmos Hub didn't upgrade on time, and few were still jailed several days after the upgrade. Following this V9 Lambda upgrade, consumer chains will need to submit their own governance proposals and be approved in order to launch. Also, a community pool spend proposal draft is being discussed for a third-party audit by Oak Security of the replicated security code to supplement the audit from Informal Systems. Namada mentioned that IBC-compatible bridges such as Gravity or XLR require users to accept both some latency and additional security assumptions. While Namada will implement the IBC protocol for interoperability, it will also have an integrated bridge to Ethereum, which will not add extra security assumptions since Namada validators will run the bridge as part of the core Namada protocol itself. For further technical details, you can read their blog post following the link we added in the description. The start of the Game of NFTs Phase 1 is March 1st of 2023, and it will last for around 3 or 4 weeks. There are 20k add-on for rewards for the incentivized testnet funded by Proposal 94 from the Cosmos Hub community pool. The goal of the Phase 1 is to test out the capabilities of the Interchain NFTs before its mass deployment on mainnets. For information about the tasks and awards, the link to the GitHub page is in the description. The Phase 2, called the Interchain Hackathon, is expected for April of 2023, and the goals will be to discover and build dApps regarding Interchain NFTs that integrate more intuitive functions. To incentivize Kava validators moving to Akash, there has been a $1 million in AKT awarded from Akash to the Kava Strategic Vault in order to advance decentralized infrastructure on Kava. DeFi and staking. Following the successful V8 Row upgrade of the Cosmos Hub, which included updating IBC to fix the ICA vulnerability, it was then possible to onboard Quicksilver liquid staking. Also, Proposal 26 in region is to enable ICA for Quicksilver. There were large undelegations of several million Atom from the Paradigm Cosmos Hub validator. Some possible reasons for this could be the Paradigm may have been providing custodial staking services, so they might want to clarify first similar regulatory issues as Kraken. Also, since Replicate Security is launching, they might want to consider the impact of validating upcoming consumer chains. Juno News. Fund Proposal 144, the liquid funds in the Core Developer Reserve have been transferred to the Core 1 subDAO. Regarding the vesting funds remaining, they will be transferred to the Core 1 subDAO in a future software upgrade. Liquid staking derivatives, or Y assets, will be the next product released by WinDAO. The first Y asset will be Y Juno. Thanks to these, Y asset stable swap pools such as Juno/Y Juno could become possible. Moreover, the concept of liquid staking derivatives gauges has been introduced as seen on this diagram, where the power of each staked wind multiplies with each new chain eligible for liquid staking derivatives. Basically, wind stakers will decide about the allocation distribution of these Y assets to validators. The Juno V12 upgrade proposal to stop governance spam was passed. A deposit will now be required so that governance spam proposals will be deterred and only quality proposals submitted. Osmosis News. Proposal 427 signals the implementation of the initial rate limiting criteria for net movements as shown here. However, the implementation will happen in a future software upgrade. The proposal sets these values for the largest assets, which are around 90% of the total TVL. Within 24 hours, it will be 30%, and within 7 days, 60%. The batch 11 was announced by the OGP. The total funding amount was $283K for 6 grants. The highlights are a grant to Notional to develop the fee abstraction SDK module so that any chain that deploys this module will enable their users to pay fees in any IBC token available on Osmosis. Other grants given were related to the UI of the Osmosis outputs, a COSMOS-aware Explorer, or facilitating Osmosis users getting tax data. Evmos News. There was an announcement that a Pangolin DEX launched on Evmos. Pangolin DEX is a native DEX in Avalanche, and it was mentioned that it will bring to the Evmos ecosystem both swap and liquidity contracts. Persistence News. A proposal to do the software upgrade Persistence V7 was passed. It includes several dependency upgrades. Moreover, a previous proposal to raise the minimum fee to 5% was passed, and it was mentioned that it would be implemented in the next Persistence upgrade. The first SDK Spaces was announced to discuss liquid staking in Cosmos. Notably, some of the guests participated, including CryptoCito and Felix from Chorus One. DeFi Llama announced that tracking for Persistence is now available. It was mentioned in the announcement that Persistence powers an ecosystem of DeFi apps that are focused on liquid staking. Drama and hacks. While the Atom Accelerator DAO grants program for the Cosmos Hub passed, since then many proposals went on-chain requesting funds from the community pool. The reason may be that until the Atom Accelerator DAO is ready to receive applications and provide funding, there could be a reasonable amount of time until then. Some projects might not be able to wait until then and hence decide to request funds directly from governance. Once finally the Atom Accelerator DAO is ready to receive and award grant applications, it would be interesting to research both the funding given directly by governance and the funding given by this grant program to analyze and evaluate which of the two approaches have been more efficient and successful. Once there is sufficient data to undertake this research. Project launches and network upgrades. The Interchain Builders Program announced the 2023 Q1 participants cohort. In total, 18 teams were selected among 80 applications, and given the high demand, it was mentioned the intention to onboard another cohort by the end of Q1. The teams selected are diverse, from early stage to project with already a live mainnet. Moreover, the categories of the selected projects include NFT/gaming, DeFi or infrastructure, and tooling. Lava Network announced the launch of their testnet. So now, developers in several networks such as Juno, Osmosis, or Ethereum will have access to the Lava Network. They also mentioned that they will open source soon and will announce as well their peer-to-peer and decentralized SDK, followed then by the live mainnet. Lambda Network is a very important project since they are building the open standard for blockchain RPC and APIs. Governance. There have recently been several governance proposals in the Cosmos Hub requesting funding. Proposal 101 was requesting 20k ATOM for aid after the Turkey earthquake, and it was passed. The first tranche of Confio public goods funding in Proposal 103 is requesting around 95k ATOM, and it received good overall support. Now Proposal 104 is to fund a notional with 120k ATOM over a period of 3 years. And while it also received good support, in general it was less support than for Confio's Proposal 103. Finally, Proposal 202 is to fund a Spark IBC for the Interchain Info Hub. For information and tooling received also good support after going on-chain. This proposal is requesting approximately 1.4k ATOM. Airdrops. Regarding the Nomic airdrop, there seems to be some issues to claim the airdrop for validators who had ATOM in staking at the time of the snapshot, and they are eligible for the airdrop. However, the Nomic team was notified, and they are clarifying this issue. Events and conferences. Neutron partnered with The Gateway to Cosmos Conference to host the Neutron Hackers Lounge. This event is scheduled to happen later this year from the 3rd to the 5th of June. The Interchain Summit meetups in Milan are organized monthly by Made in Block. Dates are adjusted every month. General crypto news. Paxos announced that from the 21st of February of 2023, it will cease issuance of the new BUSD tokens. This is directed by the New York Department of Financial Services. However, Paxos also announced that BUSD will still remain fully supported and redeemable until at least February of 2024. Following these news, Osmosis Proposal 440 was passed to phase out incentives for BUSD. Conclusion. Some people on Twitter were asking us to verify and prove that we are actually using the funds we received from the Cosmos Hub community pool to produce the videos. Well, the funds were to help us produce 12 Cosmos ecosystem news videos over a period of 6 months. And as you can see here in our YouTube channel, we have been consistently releasing new videos bi-weekly and improving with the community's feedback. As mentioned previously, producing these videos involves a lot of work of a team in terms of content research and preparation, presenting the content, video design, and so much more. So of course, all these costs need to be covered, and the funds we received are being exactly used for that. Moving on, we are very excited that for our next video, the V9 Lambda upgrade will be ready and a new phase for the Cosmos Hub with replicated security will begin, the upcoming consumer chains like Neutron and others. So, make sure you don't miss our new episodes by subscribing to the channel. And as always, don't hesitate to leave us a comment with your feedback. We are looking very forward to reading them. Anyways, we will now get back to work now for the next video, and until then, I wish you all Cosmonauts an amazing 2 weeks ahead. See you then.
Warning.